What's going on, everybody? It's LukeTheDuke and welcome back to the channel. Well, TU 17.2, aka the Mega Patch, is set to go live tomorrow. We just got the upcoming patch notes. There's a ton of items on here. There's also some missing items, which of course I will cover as well. But yeah, let's get into it all. As always, I will include a link to these patch notes down in the video description. This is over on the Trello known issues board from today, April 18th. TU 17.2 patch notes. The first item up here is stability. Yeah, that's the #1 issue right now, at least for me on PC on the game. They say improved DX12 performance and stability. To be honest, I've been running the game recently in DX11, which is not the right encoder. Obviously, a game of this sophistication should be running on the most recent encoder, which is DX12. And unfortunately, when I throw it up on a DX12, it just seems to crash over and over and over again. Man, I really want this game to be able to work and not have to worry about, crashing out of something in the middle of a mission. So I wish they would have included bullet points down here as to what they did. They did not, but they say improved DX12 performance and stability. Fingers crossed on that one. Next up is the Manhunt. I know a lot of you were having issues out there. I'm not going to say fix the exploit because it just says fixed all the way down, but they definitely made some changes to the high farming amounts of XP by resetting Legacy Manhunt Fei Lao mission. We all knew that was coming, and that's, of course, what the temporary bans and the perma bans were associated with, at least from what we thought or the information that we got. There was an issue with the flooded levee, Ellipse Fuel Depot, and the Washington Monument control points being blocked from capturing. There was also an issue with XP not being awarded after clearing the control points that are part of the Manhunt. I know some of you watched my Manhunt video, I think, last week, and you're like, why are you doing the control points and the regular activities on hard? Well, number one, I don't need the XP per se. And number two, if you do control points, at least in the past, if you did control points on Heroic, you weren't getting any XP at all, so it didn't really matter. Anyway, apparently that's fixed. There was an issue with players being stuck with the decryption side mission when returning to their own sessions after interacting with the laptop in the host game. I mean, that's pretty specific stuff, but if you had that happen, I feel bad for you. There was an issue with the players being unable to collect loot dropped by Bantam if he is killed before descending from the platform during the last beat of his takeover bounty. Yeah, Bantam was an absolute pushover. I know some of you were running that determined sniper setup, and you were absolutely just blowing his head off before he even jumped down off the scaffolding. If you killed him up there, you couldn't get his loot. So apparently that's fixed. There's an issue with the main mission icon disappearing from the DC mega map after completing the brief. Issue with DARPA. I know there's a ton of issues with DARPA. There's a mention here of DARPA mission remaining locked after completing the Pentagon mission. So hopefully those of you complete Pentagon, now you'll finally have access to DARPA. And they fixed the issue with the League challenges not being tracked account-wide. All right, so moving on, gear, weapons, and talents. First up, the Regulus exotic pistol being unavailable for crafting. Apparently they fixed it. They also fixed the issue with the Ninja Bike Messenger exotic bag that was causing the previously equipped brand set bonuses to remain active after being unequipped or replaced. I know some of you are like, wow, I'm doing some crazy damage with Ninja Bike. It wasn't Ninja Bike. It was the fact that Ninja Bike was bugged. Apparently that's been fixed. They also, I know some of you responded about this over on Twitter when you were scrolling through your stats page. While you had the Ninja Bike Messenger bag equipped, it would just bug out and you couldn't see it. Apparently that's being fixed. The Habsburg Guard brand set named gear pieces, the Courier and the Cheris not giving brand specific materials when deconstructed. That's been fixed. Fixed the issue that allowed crafting the Hotshot gear set pieces without using any Hotshot wires. Interesting. Fix the issue with the relic named marksman rifle having no materials required for crafting. That's interesting. There was an issue with the Prophet named pistol having no materials required for crafting. Same thing. Fix the issue with the Prophet named pistol dropping in quantities or qualities other than high end. I know some of you had tagged me over on Twitter about that. You were getting like specialized Prophet named pistols. I was like, oh boy. Fix the issue where landing a killing body shot empowered by the determined talent or its perfect version replenished the talent. Rip anyone out there that was hitting body shots and was running the chain killer determined setup and was just absolutely poning things. Apparently that's gone out of the game. You know how it works. You start poning the game with too much power, your player power fantasy is revoked. They take away that card. Fixed the issue with the trap talent being applied to the group members in PvE. Excuse me. Fix the issue with the Caesar's Guard name chest piece of the Empress International brand set. Oh, okay. It's still coming with weapon damage core attributes instead of a skill tier core attribute. And they also fixed the previously owned Caesar's Guard name chest pieces having no core and attributes. So that was a twofer right there. So any one of you running around out there with the Caesar's Guard named, the Empress International brand set Caesar's Guard name chest piece, apparently all your woes are fixed. Change the time for the agent to mark an enemy from 2 seconds to 0.5 seconds for the Sacrum Imperium Exotic Marksman Rifle. Added C79 optics mod to the Sacrum Imperium Exotic Marksman Rifle. There was all sorts of issues with that thing when it came out. Fixed the issue with the Aggressor knee pads and the Heartbreaker gear set missing its appearance and die slots. I'm not so big on cosmetics, but I guess they have to include them in there. Fixed the issue with the Headhunter talent being triggered by headshot killing wildlife. What? How dare you? Fix the issue with the Headhunter talent being triggered by headshot killing wildlife. Rip the Division 2. That's all I'm saying. Rip. Fix the issue with the Determined and Perfect Determined talents. How did anyone figure that out? Are some of you out there thinking this was Hunter 2023? You know, that game for like Nintendo or whatever where you run around shooting wildlife? Oh, God. Big Game Hunter? Fix the issue with the Determined and Perfect Determined talents being triggered by killing wildlife. God, some of you are sick. Fix the issue where activating the rules of engagement talent of the ongoing directive gear set while holding any deployable skill or the chem launcher in hand caused the previously drawn weapon to receive bleed ammo equal to the skill's number of charges and lose all other ammo it had after consuming them. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, a bunch of vanity things. Fix the issue with the Enduring Custom Weapon Skin not equipping on the black market AKM. Fixed minor clipping issues for various necessary tactics apparel items. Fixed the issue with the ASUS vest die slot not changing the color of the vest for some of you hardcore agents out there that have to have everything exactly the right way with your dies. Fixed the issue with the Ninja Bike Messenger exotic backpack clipping with various shirts. UI is next up. Fix the issue with the global difficulty UI element being misaligned in Arabic language on Megamap and Minimap. Almost done here. Expertise. Apparently there's an issue with the information panel for the highlighted item not being updated properly for the mods and die fields. The issue with the insufficient materials message appeared on if the bench level is not high enough for the upgrade. Now changed to bench level is too low. The issue with the exclamation marks in the expertise menu not disappearing after viewing the new item. The issue with the highlighted item in the list not resetting for sets in the expertise menu. It's all a bunch of expertise stuff in here. It's basically UI and things like that. Some issue with Summit. I never heard of this one. Fixed the issue that allowed the group leader to lock themselves in the Summit lobby while other players from the group were going to the 100th floor. Okay. Conflict. Apparently there was an issue with the players becoming invisible and applying damage to other players with skills after going out of bounds. I could see where that would be a no-no. Countdown. I have big issues with Countdown. The issue with the agents below level 40 being able to start matchmaking for Countdown at the Boo pilot. And there's the issue with the extraction zone text being flipped when the agent is inside the said zone. What I don't see mentioned here in Countdown is the fact that I'd say 1 and 2, maybe 1 and 3 runs that I do on Countdown right now. I go in there, I start the run, the timer does not start. You run over to where the hunter spawn in. There's no hunters, you're just kind of sitting around. And then all of a sudden, poof, they show up. But by that time, you've got people just dropping out left and right. That is a very big issue with Countdown. I don't see it addressed here. And since Countdown pretty much is their go-to mode right now, yeah, that's a big problem. Other changes, the drone controller not spawning inside Boo when player reaches World Tier 1. Stash tag, sound effects not playing when accessing it from the buyback tab in the vineyard. Oh, these are just really basic stuff in here. Fix the issue with one heavy NPC will remain stuck on the other side of the gate during co-op and the Pentagon intro mission. So there you go. A bunch of different things in there. What I don't see is that promised Dr. Home exotic grant to all players. It's not mentioned in here. I wish there was some sort of explanation as to what's going on for those of us on PC so we can kind of narrow it down on our own personal rigs. There's nothing mentioned here for DX12. It just says DX12 performance and stability. Well, that's great. Tell me what you're doing so I can kind of see it on my side. That would be greatly appreciated even for this one and for any of these moving forward. I'm still personally having problems with Sacred Imperium, with the scoping on that. It seems like they took a lot of those things out of the game, such as the Failout XP exploit. Things like, I know a bunch of you are having problems with the Caesar's Guard and the Empress International. That's apparently being fixed. But yeah, some missing items in here, but seems to be enough stuff going on in here. I'm personally really looking forward to, you know, whatever is coming for the future of the game. I wish there was something mentioned in here, but I don't know. I saw some of you tagging me over on Twitter about whatever that license plate, that date was for, what was it? Resurgence, right? Was it Resurgence? Yeah, for Resurgence over on Twitter, which was showing, I think, 4/20, which is later this week. So I'm really looking forward to that. All right, if you have any questions about any of these patch notes, leave them for me in the comment section below. I'll do my best to respond. If you happen to like the video, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. And while you're at it, ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. If you could take a few seconds more to rate and or share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. Remember, you can find and follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and of course in my open community Discord server, links to all of which can be found in the video description and pinned comments below. Shout out to the over 117,000 of you that have taken the leap and hit subscribe, and as always, a special thanks goes out to my patrons over on Patreon. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer signing off.